police raid at a pharmacy in central Lima.
We're from the health ministry. We're carrying out this action in coordination with the police.
The officers are looking for counterfeit medicine in the Peruvian capital. The store owner is completely taken by surprise.
Have you got your ID with you?
No.
And have you got a license to sell medicines?
Yes, I have got one.
Can I see it, please?
Oh, it's at home.
In fact, nobody is allowed to sell medicine in Peru without a license. But checks like this are rare. There are hundreds of small pharmacies in Lima, but few are registered. Their customers are mainly the poor. People like Ptolomeo Almanacin. He needed medication for his cancer. What he didn't count on were the unexpected side effects.
My feet began to shake, and then my hands. I could only hold on to a pencil like this. I no longer had any control.
There's a growing market in counterfeit, stolen and expired medicine. The figure for fake medicine in industrialized countries is just under 1%, in contrast to nearly 30% in developing nations. Estimates say that worldwide turnover in fake medicine will reach 47 billion euros by the year 2010. People who are seriously ill are often unable to get the necessary treatment.
If you have a health problem and you take a toxic medicine or one that doesn't work, then you could just die, and nobody would discover the real reason.
The ministry is virtually powerless in stemming the trade in fake medicine. Only 8 government inspectors actively check the market for pharmaceutical products against an army of fakers. In 1 year, investigators confiscated and destroyed more than 8 tons of counterfeit drugs. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Most of the drugs are produced and distributed on a massive scale by criminal organizations. But unscrupulous fakers also work in small laboratories like this one in a Lima garage. Their victims are people like Ptolomeo. He felt safe because he bought the drugs in a pharmacy rather than in a marketplace. But according to his wife, that made no difference at all.
The tablets were made up of all sorts of chemicals. The doctor told us that they'd even found flour. He said, "That's flour, señora," and asked us where we bought the tablets.
The only reliable source of medicines are hospital pharmacies, but they're expensive, too expensive for most Peruvians. More than half of the country's inhabitants live below the poverty line. Ptolomeo and Margarita used all their savings to buy his medication, drugs that were useless.
We needed 30 treatments. Just one treatment costs 50 pesos. Where could we get so much money? And if we hadn't bought them, the hospital wouldn't have treated him.
I lost all my money on medicine that didn't work. They closed the pharmacy, but it reopened shortly afterwards.
This pharmacy will also be closed following the raid because it was selling illegal drugs. Just how long it will stay shut is another question. Although the government plans to be tougher on counterfeiters in future and strengthen the laws, for Ptolomeo and thousands of victims like him, it's already too late.